My name is Janet Warren. I am the Distribution Coordinator for the Instructional Materials Division at TEA. This presentation will provide information about creating a needs list in EMAT. The following questions will be answered throughout this presentation. What is a needs list and why should I create one? How do I create a list for state-adopted instructional materials needs? How do I create a list for non-adopted instructional materials needs? How do I view needs lists in EMAT? What happens next? Many districts and charter schools were affected by Hurricane Harvey. Those districts can now make submissions in EMAT to let others know what instructional materials they need. The resulting needs list will be published in EMAT and on the TEA website to inform anyone wanting to donate instructional materials to districts in need. The purpose of this process is to connect those wanting to help with districts in need. Think of it as an instructional materials gift registry. To start your needs list, click Needs List Start Page on your district start page. Then you will see your needs list start page. Select State Adopted Needs List Transaction to start or add to your list of needs for state adopted instructional materials. Select Non-Adopted Needs List Transaction to create a list of needs for products not available in EMAT. Select View Submitted Needs Transactions to view your district's needs list. This link will only appear as active if your district has submitted at least one needs list transaction. Select Fulfil a Need to view lists submitted by other districts. District contact information will populate after the district has submitted its first needs list transaction. This contact information will be sent to anyone wanting to fulfill a need for your district. This may include districts, private companies, charitable organizations, or private citizens. You will be able to change the contact information at any time. On your needs list start page, type in the new contact information and click Save. State Adopted Needs List. Use the State Adopted Needs List transaction when adding items that can be purchased in EMAT. This includes entire state adopted packages and single components of state adopted packages. To begin or add to your state adopted needs list, select a qualifying condition from the drop-down menu. Then follow the steps and read the information on this and the next several slides. Select the grade level from the drop-down menu. Click the magnifying glass to select the MLC. Click the magnifying glass to select the ISBN. Leave the All Components checkbox checked if you need all of the components in the package. The title description field will populate based on the package ISBN selected. Click the Item Details icon to view details of the package ISBN selected. If you need only a component of the package, uncheck the All Components checkbox. Click the magnifying glass to select the component. The component title field will populate based on the component ISBN selected. The publisher vendor field will populate based on the ISBN selected. The inventory quantity field will populate based on your district's EMAT inventory. Only materials purchased through a requisition will appear on your EMAT inventory. Enter the quantity needed. The unit price will populate based on the material selected. The extended amount will calculate the quantity times the unit price. Click the plus sign to add another row. Click Submit prior to leaving a transaction session to have the materials published to your needs list. You can add items to your submitted list at any time. Click Return to Needs List Start Page to return to the previous page. Non-Adopted Needs List. Use the Non-Adopted Needs List transaction when adding items that cannot be purchased in EMAT. These are items that districts would normally request funds for through an allotment disbursement request. Similar to disbursement requests, this option will have free type fields to provide information on the materials you need. To begin, select a qualifying condition from the drop-down menu. Then fill in the required information about the material you need. Grade level. A range can be used for materials that cover multiple grade levels, for example, kindergarten through 5th grade. Multiple list code, or MLC. If the material is for a course that does not have an MLC, please leave this field blank. Subject. Enter a specific course name or subject area. For example, Algebra 1. ISBN. Enter the ISBN without hyphens. Use N/A if the material does not have an ISBN. For the title description field, enter the specific title of the material needed. For the publisher vendor field, enter the publisher or vendor name. Enter the quantity needed, enter the unit price. The extended amount will populate based on the quantity and the unit price entered. Then follow the steps on this and the following slide. Click the plus sign to add another row. You must click Submit prior to leaving a transaction session to have the materials published to your needs list. You can add items to your submitted list at any time. Click Return to Needs List Start Page to return to the previous page. View Needs Lists. The View Submitted Needs List is used to view items on your district's needs list. This link will only appear as active if your district has submitted at least one needs list transaction. This link is also used to remove materials from your district's needs list. Click Download to download your district's list to an Excel spreadsheet. Use the Fulfill Status field to remove an item from your needs list. Select a reason from the drop-down menu next to the item that is no longer needed. The drop-down menu options are Fulfilled or No Longer Needed. Click Submit and the item will be removed from the published needs list. Click Return to go back to the previous page. What's next? Districts that want to fulfill a need can click on the Fulfill a Need link in EMAT. Potential donors without EMAT access can contact the Instructional Materials Division at instructional.materials@tea.texas.gov. The IMD staff will enter the information in EMAT for those without access. Clicking Fulfill a Need will generate an email to connect districts needing materials with those wanting to help and to inform TEA of the potential partnership. The fulfilling entity and the district in need will then work together to hopefully fulfill the need. Once the need is fulfilled, please remove the material from your list using the Fulfill Status field on the View Submitted Needs List link. IMD staff will adjust EMAT inventories for districts as needed for fulfilled state-adopted materials. Non-adopted materials are not part of district inventories in EMAT. If you have questions, please contact the Instructional Materials Division at instructional.materials@tea.texas.gov or by phone at 512-463-9601.